give up, don't give up.
Good evening, California. Shankar Singham here with Cal Exit and proud California nationalist. Here just to want to do a quick segment real quick on our immigration issue here that we have here in the States. Just went down 2 minutes down Catella here is Santa Ana and Sanctuary City, Santa Ana, and it is a bit crowded in there. There's a lot of traffic. There's a lot more people walking the streets. Get out, ask around. I was getting a pack of smokes and asked the guy, man, why is it so crowded here? Is there a party going on? Is there a parade? Turns out there's just a lot more people coming into town from out of state, and I do believe they are running away from the Great Orange One and his masses of racist redders that are chasing them out. Hopefully they didn't get chased away too bad. So a bunch of women and children and families have been coming, fleeing the United States back here to California, and here they can stay. So that's exactly what this segment is about now. They are running back here. Obviously something happened or something was said or something triggered a move like this. It couldn't have been off the TV. They don't really listen to that too much. I don't think they would. But I believe what happened are the inbreds, the redders, the Christo-fascists, and the rest of the United States probably somehow maybe threatened them, and it's from radio show hosts like this guy I'm about to play here. This guy's name is Frank Quiet, or Quite Frankly is the name of his podcast, and this is the vitriol that you hear on most of right-wing radio. I'm just going to play a little bit for you guys, let you hear this, and just listen to the dehumanization that takes place here. And they'll deny it. They'll say, oh no, of course they're people, but no. And in order to feel negative towards another human being, in order to inflict some sort of negative act onto another human being, you have to take them off of your level and make them below you, and in that it takes some sort of dehumanization. Okay, so let's listen to this, how he dehumanizes another human being, and then the reasons for that he gives for that, which is completely baseless, and I'm going to talk about that as well. So let's listen to Mr. Frank the Tank here, Quiet.
This is going to be unpopular for a lot of people, but in the Islamist world, one of the greatest ways, one of the most covert ways of waging jihad is through mass migration and reproduction. Okay, you want to look at what socialism does to people. Check out the birth rates all throughout Western Europe. You want to see what the reproduction rates is 4.1, about 4 kids to every woman in places like Yemen. Okay, so that's the other thing. It's the same exact thing that's being done over here in the Western Hemisphere. Absolutely. People are being bussed around. These are well-meaning people who definitely want. Listen, if you lived in a shithole, in a Central or South American shithole, and the welcome mat had been rolled out for you in the United States, the borders are open. You know all the dog whistles and all the coded messages. The come on.
So the welcome mat, the dog whistles. Yeah, that's again, that's the subtlety of the right-wing dehumanization factor. And again, it is purely racism. It is racist. This guy's being racist, and he was just saying, how come we're not even, you can't call us racist, because that is racist when you are, is it racist or speciesist? I guess, I don't know, when you dehumanize another a human being. But listen to this, the dog whistles, the welcome mats. What are those dog whistles? What are those welcome mats? Well, geez, it could be jobs. It could be jobs. So who's hiring them? Businesses. So let's make a law against businesses to hire illegals. Silence, right? Now, if I'm telling you right now, and if you were to enact a law that said maybe if you hired an illegal immigrant, the first time you're caught, you get a $10,000 fine and 30 days in jail, and the second time you're caught, you are cut with 6 months in prison and your citizenship revoked. Now, I guarantee you, if you enact those two rules and into a law, I bet you not one business in the United States of America, California, and the United States of America would not hire one illegal immigrant ever. Guaranteed. But they don't make it a law. They don't even ask businesses to do anything because they want businesses to hire cheap labor. And this serves their purpose twofold. One, it is cheap labor. Two, increase GDP. Two, it's a scapegoat. So when something goes wrong, it is their fault. The brown one's fault. The illegal one's fault. They're not supposed to be here. And it's so subtle, but yet he won't touch on that. And here in California, we see right through it. We see right through that. And we don't want to hurt our businesses, so we don't have laws condemning our businesses to not hire illegal immigrants. In fact, when they are here, and they do hire illegal immigrants, we want them to. One, it's cheap labor. Two, it makes our businesses grow. It makes our GDP grow. It makes our, eventually contributes to our infrastructure growing. That's what makes us 6th largest economy in the world. We think, and we use our brain. And maybe if perhaps your states started adopting such policies, it might turn it around so, you're paying your fair share of taxes, which I'm going to get to in a bit as well. Let's just finish off this jerk off here.
Come one, come all. That has been put out there. The bat signal has been put out there for everybody. And you're living in a Central or South American shithole. Do I blame you for wanting to come up here if people are saying, hey, everything is free. You can come up here. We'll set you up someplace nice. You'll be bussed around somewhere. We'll house you. We'll find you a job. All this stuff. You'll be protected by our mayors. You'll be protected by our governors. Do you blame people? This is not about the people. This is about the people using people, and then calling people who call out against it and call them out on their foul racist.
You are being
Those are
racist.
the people
You're
that are
blaming them right
under
now.
the microscope here. Not the quality
See what I'm talking about?
of the human beings or whether or not they are human beings. No human is illegal. All this bullshit that's thrown onto us. It's not about that. It's never has been.
What is it about then?
But like we were saying, the schizophrenia
No,
of this
it's not about
party,
businesses hiring them,
of
is
the
it?
Democrat Party is staggering.
Change it back to schizophrenia and Democratic Party.
Staggering.
So, you can see right there, he was about to say it's about these businesses who are hiring, but he can't do that. That wouldn't be conservative. So, in any regards, after that, that's the typical conservative remark. Guys, all I want to say is that 2015 figures came out for California taxes, and now you're going to hear a lot of the other states saying that California needs the federal money. Guys, 2015 just came out. In 2015, California paid $405 billion. That's almost $25 billion more than the year before. $405 billion in federal taxes. It collected $252 billion, also about $20 billion more in funding from the federal government. So we paid $405 billion to the feds. We got back $252 billion, guys. This gap seems to be getting a little bit wider and in the wrong direction. Now, for some reason, all these idiots, and this guy especially, would think that the state wouldn't survive without the federal government. I don't see how. Please look at the figures from the IRS and the Census Bureau, and please tell me how you are saying that this state won't survive on the funding, okay? Now, that includes all federal lands, all federal buildings, all federal employees. So, you, please, comment below, let me know what I'm missing from that calculation, because I don't know where the rest of you guys are getting your information from. Guys, that's all I have for tonight. Real quick, I want to get home. It's already raining and stuff, so you guys have an awesome night and better tomorrow. Hopefully the sun's out, right? Good night, guys.